Good morning, everybody. June is here. June is busting out all over. Summer is coming, a beautiful day today. Great new restaurant in Denver called Lucina. I am the Gabb. This is the show, The Gabb, where I get to interview great people. And Ras and Diego, who are the owner chef, introduce yourselves because I ain't bothering with the last name. One of you.
Hello, I'm Erasmo Cassiano. I go by Raz Cassiano. My business partners, Diego Coconati, are actually sitting in the same room here, so I'll let him introduce himself here too.
Hi guys, my name is Diego Coconati. Pleasure of meeting you all.
Okay, well, I think Lucina is unique, fun, great new spot on 22nd and Kearney. But tell us what Lucina is and how the two of you just interact with yourselves. I'm listening. Decided to do this and what your idea was.
Sure, I think Diego can kick it off here.
Cool. Well, Lucina is our way of showing our Latin culture, everything that we grew up from, come from. We're trying to represent all South America, Central America, Latin Caribbean. That's the main flavors.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from Buenos Aires, from Argentina.
Oh, love that place. And Raz, where are you from?
Oh, I come from the exotic lands of Dallas, Texas.
That's what I
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, my mother and my father, however, represent some good cultural background too. My mom's from Mexico. My dad's from Bolivia, Cochabamba, Bolivia. And just growing up, I think we grew up in neighborhoods that were just highly ethnic in terms of like Puerto Rican and Argentinian. So it's just a very loud household all the time, just filled with great food and community. So when I met Diego a few years ago, before we started Create Cooking School at the Family Marketplace, it was very familiar to me, his mannerisms and the way we spoke to each other and things like that. So I think what ended up happening at Lucina, which is my mother's name, by the way, her name is Santa Lucina or Saint Lucy, is more of a representation of like all the hospitality that you get in Latin American homes. In terms, especially coming from the mother's side, it's very warm, inviting, copious amounts of food always made. And we wanted to essentially represent, like Diego was saying, our culture in different ways that is aside from the normalcy of like tacos and burritos and enchiladas and things like that. There's so much more to Mexico. There's so much more to all of Central America and South America, and we touched base a little bit with the Latin Caribbean, because Diego will tell you he was born in Buenos Aires but raised in Puerto Rico.
Oh, wow.
So he brought a lot of that culture back into the States here, and then we do bring in some of the Spanish influences that naturally happen on this side of the world.
Great. And you both run the cooking school at Stanley Marketplace, and you decided you didn't have enough aggravation, right?
Very much.
I think it came by way of the pandemic, right, Diego?
Yes.
We started doing some pop-up dinners during the pandemic, socially spaced at the time. The Create Cooking School space allowed itself to become a restaurant. One day out of every month, and people started to gain interest, and one thing led to another. But we had a Latin American themed one, and I think we had a couple tugs on our shirts, like, "Hey, why can't we get this all the time?"
Yeah.
And so one thing led to another, and Diego and I put our heads together, along with Michelle Wynn, our events coordinator slash operations manager now. And she's actually part owner of Lucina as well. She bought in, and we just put our heads together to see what we can do to bring a really good, welcoming restaurant to a neighborhood spot.
Well, you certainly have done it. Tell us, I know, but the whole world does not, the concept and how you decided on the menu and what it is.
Go ahead, Diego.
Well, it was tough. One of the main reasons because there are so many yummy dishes that we wanna and countries that we wanna represent and show to the community here. But we only have 17, 18 spots, so it was a tough choice. But we put a lot of our hearts on there, flavors that we grew up with. Just like one super special to me is the tortilla española. That's something that my mom cooks for us every day, pretty much, and put it in the kitchen table.
And what is that?
Oh, tortilla española is a beautiful dish made of potato, caramelized onions, garlic, a little lemon zest, and then some eggs. Mix it all together, almost like an omelette in a way. And then it's pan grilled, golden brown, cooked to perfection. Is a beautiful, beautiful, simple dish.
I have had it. It is, but I'm saying it's not everybody knows what it is. But your concept is more small plates to share. So
yeah,
you can have lots of taste.
Definitely, and there's something that we experienced growing up. I remember sitting for dinner with the family around 1 p.m. and it's dish after dish after dish to share and drink and have fun. When you realize it is midnight already. So that's something that
you really want us
to
hanging. You want us hanging out till midnight?
Sometimes.
Well,
to piggyback off of what he was saying, and what you were just asking about, it being small plates, it's more, we're trying to get away from the conventional like 3-4 course menu type.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly, and whether you want to come in by yourself and enjoy a glass of wine or one of our beautifully cracking cocktails, and have a couple pieces of some of our smaller size portions, great. Or if you want to come in with a group of friends and just split everything, that's the way like we grew up eating. Very, very much alike to what Diego was just saying. We started, eating dinner at 1 p.m. and next thing you know, we're rallying at 5 o'clock the next morning for like a recalentada, which means the reheating of everything. Where we make it a breakfast day, and everyone's still there from the night before, and that's kind of like the ambiance we wanted to create, where like just order whatever sparks your interest or whatever you want to try. Get that one extra thing. You could even take it home. A lot of our food reheats pretty well at home for sure, but some of our grandes, which are more shareable for larger groups, like our mojo pork chop, is something that should not be like skipped. It's a very, very delicious dish. It's a double bone-in. It's averaging over a pound pork chop with that we marinate in whole citrus, garlic, and some other herbs and spices, and we roast it in our Hearthstone oven. That's a pretty nice showpiece in our kitchen. But yeah, that gets served with our rice and beans dish, the arroz con gris, and our plantains or maduros. I mean, it's a very great tropical dish that really just kind of like, even if you've never been to some of these countries, it still makes you feel like you're right back at home.
Yeah, but if you haven't been, it's great to get a taste. If you have been, yes, you want to taste. And you only have like 3 big dishes.
That's correct, and not including the paellas that we do on Fridays and Saturdays.
Oh my, okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we offer our weekend paellas. They're called paella del momento or paella of the moment. We have a cute little saying on the menu that says, it's bomba rice, which is that Spanish rice to make paella. It's simmered with Mother Earth's bounty, meaning like whatever Mother Earth feels bountiful in, we're going to be putting in the paella. For example, we just got a boatload of mushrooms from the Colorado Mushroom Company, and they brought us some beautiful black trumpets, pink trumpets, chiopinos, and I forgot what other mushrooms were in there, but we're going to be roasting those off and putting those in the paella that we build to order for each table. So it's one of those fun kind of experiences where you sit down, your lovely server will come in and explain the paella and ask you if you want to go ahead and get that started. And while that cooks, we can start off with some of those smaller dishes.
Good. Well, it give us just a couple of more of the smaller dishes so people have an idea.
Sure, go ahead, Diego.
Well, one of our guest favorites this past 10 weeks has been the ceviche de aguachile. It's a very traditional Mr. Ras background, nice and Mexican flavors. We use molcajete to two orders, so that means that we got our lava bowl
Oh,
or
I
lava
love
scone bowl,
right.
some jalapenos, some garlic, some salsa verde, and then we marinate that with lime juice, the shrimp mahi mahi. We cure it for around 4 minutes, serve it with some vegan chicharrones and a little tajin powder. Is amazing. It's so
When I,
summer in a bite.
okay, how did you make, because I actually asked for one, a vegan chicharrones? Just
yeah.
doesn't make sense to me.
I know, but it sounds so good, right?
It
Sounds
was
like
so good. I just don't understand.
Well,
Well,
we can educate here. Chicharrón does not mean it's an animal product. You can actually make a chicharrón. Just refers to it being crispy to the point that it's dry.
Okay.
Alrighty.
'Cause
So
I
you
think
can make,
pork.
right, exactly, and that's what most people do think so too. But you can, there's actually fish chicharrón too, and that's where they take, the whole fish most of the time and cut it into squares and deep fry
my.
it to the point
Oh,
that it's
yummy.
really, really crispy and really delicious too.
When are you
Uh,
putting that on the menu?
I'm not sure yet. That's a good idea though, because you can like pull off the little nuggets of the fish because they're super,
Oh,
super
right.
crispy. Yeah, but in this case, the chicharrón is a wheat crisp that we
Right.
make. That's really quite nice. So it starts
Oh,
off like
mhm.
this and it blows up like that.
I was just laughing. Vegan chicharron. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing that is so much fun about Lucina is you can try so many different things. Well, frankly, the problem is you don't know which to get and which not to get. I mean,
Right.
how much are you going to eat at one time?
Right.
And you have the great food and small plates to share. And I thought your pork chop sounded marvelous. Well, by the time I got to that, there was no room left at the
No,
end.
no room left. Well,
Yeah.
but
My
don't
son-
forget, we got. Oh, I'm sorry. We have
No.
amazing desserts too.
Mhm.
I never
Oh.
got that. I never even saw the desserts.
Oh, well, next time, Gabby, you need to please have one. We got right now. We're running 3 different kinds. Arroz con leche, something so Latino, so in the little tweaks from country to country, but same base, of course, the rice and the milk. Over here, we're serving it with a little dulce de leche, macerated berries or tropical fruit, depends the week. Finish it with the rice pudding, and it's super amazing, very tasty. They bring you back to childhood.
Mhm.
That's
Indeed.
taking me quite a ways back.
Mhm.
And you have a great cocktail program to go with the food as well.
Absolutely.
do.
Our beverage director, Henry Otrix, I actually met Henry about 10 years ago, maybe almost 11 years ago. And he started off as a late night pizza guy for one of the restaurants I was working at. First year in the industry, and fast forward about maybe 5 years later, I start seeing him popping up in social media and making cocktails and things like that. And then fast forward, a couple years later, I actually meet him at one of the bars he's working at, and one thing led to another. He's like, let's work together again. It was always fun. And we gave him the reins to our bar program, and he's arguably one of the best bartenders in the city, I think. But I think you could gauge that yourself by coming to try some of his concoctions, because even if they're they sound super fancy, they're very approachable. For example, the What Would Lucina Drink is become a fan favorite around here. It's a Family Jones gin, which is a local gin distiller,
Oh, very,
with lime, cucumber, fresh basil, and pepper. Now the pepper is really cool because he makes a spicy tincture using habanero, jalapeno, and some peppercorn. And it's just a little bit. It's just enough to just warm the palate, even though it's a very refreshing drink. And that cocktail is one of my favorites. Another one
It's
too
amazing.
that's another one too that's super cool is the uva sour. It's our house pisco sour, which you kind of have to have in a Latin American restaurant. But we do use Barsol Pisco, Suze, and it's really cool mixture of blackberry and thyme that he makes in house. He finishes it off with lemon, and he does it with a traditional egg white foam at the top. It's a beautiful, stunning drink, and it's also very palatable. The nose is really nice on there too. It goes really well with all of our food.
Oh my
So.
goodness. And Ras, please mention the coffee martini that is incredible.
Oh yeah. No, our version of the espresso martini, I think, rewrites the book on espresso martinis. His is Henry's is more what I call it, rum based. So he uses espresso infused rum from Flor de Caña. He does espresso that's brewed, or actually that's roasted for us across the street at Cake Crumbs. Just for us, our own little blend there. And then some, I forgot what the other thing is in there, but it's really nice. It foams up really nicely. We call it café con leche, which means coffee with milk. Even though there's no milk in there, we get our creamy texture from it through a little secret ingredient of his that's really quite nice. So,
which you can't tell us, or you'd have to kill us, so you can't.
yeah. We'll make sure you get home safely by over serving you, but we'll tell you then.
And I must say, you've done a great job. The decor is great. And I know it took a lot longer to open than you thought. But what is it? You said, Diego, 10 weeks?
That was the
Not
first
to
part.
get open. You've been open.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right now, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this is our week 10.
And I know
And
the
it's
city-
been amazing.
Yes. All of us have been there. The city is catching on, and many more people will hear about you today. It automatically means I'm on my way, because it's just a great, fun, very casual. You know, the whole area in Park Hill is casual. But the only problems I heard is I heard you start at 1 and finish at midnight, and you're not open at 1.
No, we start at 3 for our hora loca. That's our version of our happy hour.
Oh, I
From 3
did.
from 3 to 5, we are serving only tapas and pinchos. And that means that just really, now we're going back to talking about the small plates. We're talking about very traditional tapas style servings. We've got wonderful things like croquetas on there. That's our like manchego potato, crispy, beautiful ball of goodness. We've got patatas bravas. We've got our boqueron, which is our white anchovy on toast with a piquillo relish. I mean, there's all really nice bites that you can just order one of or 15 of.
Oh, good. I did not know about that.
Yeah, and that goes from Tuesday to Friday. And then we run our normal dinner service, which is our entire menu, from 5 to 10 every day, Tuesday through Saturday. We are thinking about building our patio here in a few weeks. So it'll extend our capacity by about, maybe 12 to 16 people. But we'll be able to open up the doors, let some of that fresh air in once it kind of warms up just a little bit more, with some more foliage, and then eventually, not yet, eventually, we'll start our brunch program for 1 day a week.
Which has to be Saturday.
Has to be Saturday.
You're not going to open on Sunday and Monday.
No, I think Diego and I decided that it's more important to make sure that our staff is well rested, that they're happy, that they can plan for their 5-day work week, just like most of the world can too. So we are pretty, we're pretty strict on those hours, and we say, hey, if we can't, be successful running a 5-day work week like everyone else can, then maybe we shouldn't be open. So we're gonna keep
Well, I
keep
know
trying to
you'll
push
be
that.
successful. It's not you. It's
Thank you.
we who want places. Monday, there's no place to go. Sunday, there's a couple. But,
Sure, yeah.
you know, that's selfish on our part. Okay, so is there anything we've missed? Because I assume you're not doing anything special except being open right now.
Not necessarily anything that we've missed. We're going to be participating in Top Taco here in a few weeks, or in a couple of weeks. So that'll be fun little introduction to the masses. I'm going to be doing a traditional cochinita pibil, Yucateco style or Yucatan style, roasted pork. So that'll be fun. Other than that, yeah, we're just gonna stay open. We'll be announcing our patio in a few weeks, hopefully.
Well, let me
sooner
know
rather than
when
later.
I'll be sure and announce it too.
Beautiful.
Okay, give us
And
the,
and
go ahead.
the other thing we would like to say is to invite everyone to come by and become part of our family. That's what we do. We're just a happy family that we want to share the love.
And you do it very well. Reservations accepted.
Absolutely, yeah. We're on
Yeah.
Ruzzy.com. You can just visit lucinaeatery.co and you'll see the top bar there just says reservations, menus,
Okay,
and gift
well,
cards.
be sure it's CO, it's not COM, like
That's
most
correct.
people think.
Yeah, Co for Colorado.
Okay,
That's
because
right.
that confused me when I was first trying to put something up.
Yeah, and if you just type in Lucina Eatery into Google, you'll see a reservation portal pop up there as well. We are, you know, a 60-seater restaurant, so reservations might start becoming hard to come by, but we're working on our timing and our spacing to make sure that everybody has a chance to experience Lucina.
Okay. The name is Lucina, address, phone number, and hours.
You got it. Our address is 2245 Kearney Street, Suite 101. That's Denver, Colorado, 80207. Our phone number is going to be 720-814-1053. And our hours of operation are from 3 to 5, or I'm sorry, happy hour 3 to 5, Tuesdays through Fridays. Dinner service Tuesday through Saturdays, 5 to 10, every one of those days.
Well, you are delightful. And I want everybody to please like and subscribe to the Gabb on YouTube. And this interview will be on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And I have been to Lucina, loved it. So does everybody I know. And welcome to the world. I know you have a fabulously successful cooking school, but for those of us who don't want to cook, just want to eat, and welcome to the dining scene. It's different, it's fun, it's unique, and you all are terrific. And I'm happy, and congratulations to both of you.
Thank you so much, Gabby. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you for taking the time.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure seeing you.
Thank you. Have a great week. Much love, and much love to all of you. Stay well, and see you next week or at Lucina. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.